All right. Let's try this one more time. All right. Sheesh. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully this is better. Let's see. All right. Someone use that link. Let me see if I can get you up here. I don't know what's going on, but I tell you what. See, Ikrum, use that link that I put in there. Kevin,
What's going on, man?
man, see, I told y'all it wasn't me. Jason, take your ass to bed. Man, hey, Joel, I got love for you, but you better show that face, baby. I gotta see the face.
Couldn't leave you out here hanging, bro.
Yeah, man. I was gonna go down the rest of my scent list. Shoot, I got them all right here, and I was gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to concert fragrances, I was gonna go ahead and shout out to my guy Chris Classic and Savoir Faire, because for the type of music that I listen to, they never miss. Oh,
Gotcha.
here we go. Here we go. Hold on one second, Kev. My guy, Joel Matrix. All right, we got room for one more. I'm hoping Kroom comes on, you know what I'm saying, to redeem the night. But what's going on, fellas, man? Hey, if nothing more, you know what? Tonight is a great night, because now we get to have a community conversation for a little bit. So how you feel? Kevin, how you doing, man? How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. Just got off work not too long ago, so it's time to just relax and chill for a little bit.
Understand. Now, since you brought that up, and give us 1 second, Joel, we're going to get to you too. But since you brought that up, I had a long day at work, trying to relax and chill. What's your scent of the night? Or are you wearing a scent of the night?
I'm not wearing a scent of the night. I'm still got that Silver Mountain water that's lingering around, but I'll probably throw on something just to test out a little later.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I'm on West Coast, so it's still light outside for me.
oh dang, it's still 7 over there, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Makes sense.
And 100
All right.
degrees.
Yeah. The sensei. What's going on, Joel? How you doing, man?
Good. It's been a while since I've been on live, so it's always nerve-wracking a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna get used to it.
Oh man, you over here with family, you know what I'm saying? You one of the most supportive people in our group in our community, to be honest with you, because I've seen you in chats of people outside of the cul-de-sac, as I call it, you know what I'm saying? Because I think the community is really involved of a bunch of different cul-de-sacs. And one of the funny things was when me and Jason started this a year and a half ago, our whole thing was to bring people together, to touch base with the people that we don't know or that we follow and we've never really met. And that's kind of how it is. First group was like Tazo, Charm, and them, and then of course, finally getting Ross and Elliot and everybody else on there. You know what I'm saying? Eventually moving to Erica, my guy Neeb, who what I'm saying, but really trying to put all these little streets of fragrance lovers and these cul-de-sacs and turn it into a big community as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
And you, my friend, have been one of those kids that likes to play with everybody. You go to
Facts.
all the different cul-de-sacs and get in
Facts.
there, and you make yourself known amongst everybody, man. It's a great thing, man, to have your support for real.
It's always easier to write stuff than to be on camera, but
Definitely. We see you out there, Chrome, man. Use that link that I put in there. I'm gonna put it in one more time for you. But yeah, let me go ahead and come back to Kev, man. So Kev, I know you and Jason were exchanging DMs, messages in the DMs. Not like that, y'all. Not like that. All right.
Not at all. Not at all. Keep it
But
100.
no, you want to know something funny? The funniest thing was that at the time, I can't remember exactly, but we had just had Bones Brigante on, right? And and we was talking to one of our guys in the community, Dane, Omen 313 or whatever, right, on IG. And he was just like, man, we got your bones and whatnot. Now you got to go get Goods. You know what I'm saying? Goods, the animal. I was just like, you know what? I think I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's reach out to Goods. Now, Jason hit me up one time. He was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna reach out to Goods and go from there. And I didn't know who the hell he was talking about. I thought he was talking about Goods, the rapper, the friend of Bones Brigante and whatnot.
Okay.
So I'm messaging Goods, the animal. He's like, yeah, man, shoot me your information. Jay's like, yeah, I talked to him the other day. Cool dude. And when I was like, oh, because when I was messaging him, he acted like he didn't know who we were except for Bones. He was like, yeah, no, man, good guy and whatnot. And I found out he was messaging you through the Sips and Sniffs thing.
Yeah, we hit briefly just talking about maybe coming on earlier in the year. So yeah.
Well, here's the crazy part. I logged into the Sips and Sniffs and I saw where he was messaging you, and I was like, I don't think that's the guy I was talking about.
Nah.
But then when we saw, I think you were on Dedrick's. Eventually, you showed up on Dedrick's, and I subscribed and got in there. It was great. No, we're at, and let me address this for. Hey, no, man, look, we are back. We are waiting for Kroom right now. All right, I'll put the link in StreamYard. Kroom, are you good? I'm gonna send it to him one last time. But yeah, when I talked to Jay, and he told me I started subscribing to your stuff, and I started watching a few of your videos, and I was like, okay, yeah. I wonder why we never really heard of this dude at first, But like we said, man, there's so many cul-de-sacs, so many fragrance groups and groups of people that do reviews, and everybody seems to have their little following, but at the same time, everybody seems to share a bit of each other's following. And so, reached out. And so, yeah, man, we still plan on having you on, and still plan on having the conversation with you. Joe, we're going to get you up here for a discussion as well. And we're going to go from there, man. But yeah, man, it's good to finally put, had a face, but, to meet camera to camera.
I got you.
And Joe, what is your sin of the night again, man? Without being on the what you call it.
The Narcotica Narco Oasis.
Now, I got to ask this. Give me a second, Kev, because I'll come back to you. But let me ask you this, Joe. So what made you do the huge switch? Because, Kev, I don't know if you know, I gave a little soliloquy about Joel on the first slide and whatnot. But Joel came in, and at first he was this encyclopedic mind of Middle Eastern fragrances. If you needed something that smelled like something, Joel was the man. He knew him. I mean, his Arabic fragrance knowledge was second to only, honestly, Neeb, which is crazy to me because Neeb was the first person I knew, but Neeb was so heavy in it that it was ridiculous. And here we go. Give me 1 second, fellas. I'm going to let you answer that just as soon as I say what's up to my co-host.
Gentlemen, good evening.
What's going on, Kroom?
Here we go. The gang's all together. All right, here we go. Kroom, man. It's been a long time coming. Welcome to the platform yet again. All right.
Hey. I took a lot of shots to make this happen. Everybody thought it was my internet tonight. Glad. I'm just talking junk, man.
Hey, no. To be honest with you, it obviously was StreamYard. It couldn't have been anything else, man. It couldn't have been anything else. I was sending out the link, and it was sending people to a previous stream that I had that was ended. I don't even know how it was still open for them to go in there. That was crazy to me. But Joel, tell us real quick, going back, because I had just talked to Joel. I just asked Joel to kind of give us a brief explanation of how he went from this Arabic perfume lover, a lover of what we would call renditions or clones, dupes, however you want to put it. Me, I say renditions, but whatever. All right. What made you transition quickly too, might I add, from that to such an ultra niche person all of a sudden?
The only thing I could guess is my taste evolved a little bit. There's still, though, some Middle Eastern fragrances that could be considered as niche scent, not necessarily just niche bottles, or niche companies, but niche scent. But it evolved a little bit, and yeah, it's like people were saying most of the time. There's only I noticed that there's only a small percentage difference between the oil qualities, but there for sure there's a difference in between the oil qualities with the price. Maybe not like designers are almost always in the middle, but like Middle Easterns and niche, you would have a big difference of oil. But yeah, they're like me. I got all kinds of designers, Middle Easterns. Some Middle Easterns, they're still in my collection. I had to sell a few though just to buy more niche. But yeah.
Hey, I definitely understand, man. Hey, those niche prices ain't going down. I don't even care if you get them from a discounter nowadays. If it's not the next year from which they were a big hit, them things ain't going down. If it's something that people are talking about right now, you see those prices go up. And, it's crazy because these people that do the discount websites and whatnot, they're paying attention to us. We've said this for the past couple of years that people have been talking, but they watch and listen to us. They see what we're talking about and whatnot, and you can literally see them adjust prices on there as the buzz grows. Even if it's a 3-year-old fragrance, just as soon as some other group talks about it, you see Vimba or Be-Live or whoever raise those prices. And it's crazy. It's funny, but it is crazy how in tune with us they are, even though, let them tell it at times, oh no, we're just going with the seasons.
Let me add this also, James. Let me add this real quick. I say this all the time. Clones, cover, remixes, renditions, they are the gateway drug of this whole space. They are the thing that for some of us, because that's kind of how I jumped into this space, was with the clone, cover, remixes. You can see my Afnan, my Latifahs, all that. So I'm in that process right now, transitioning where I'm really digging a lot of niche stuff as well. So clones are just the gateway drug. They're the thing that for some people, this is how they hop on. And then once their nose starts to shift and grow and mature, they're off like Joel is.
Yeah. I have to agree. That's where mine started. Like I said, I started deep late night conversations working overnight with Neve, and Neve was telling me, he literally broke my pockets some weeks, recommending this and that, having to go to the House of Oud store. It was one of the stores that he was doing, triple traders or whatnot. You get lost trying to rack up all those deals. But yeah, man, I think a lot of people start off with the clones, dupes, renditions, however you want, the Middle Easterns and whatnot. And I'll be honest with you, you know what? Not to get on this thing again, I don't think there's anything. I think they're great startups and great startup prices. But I think that when you start getting into the niche, because a lot of times they think that, people, it's the killer act that they use nowadays, right? Because everybody redefines words according to how it fits them, right? In the moment, right? So, of course, not to touch on it, but, we got the reformulation of the definition of a man and woman. You got people defining respect how they want it to be, how it pertains to them. Respect from our grandparents was completely different from what our parents taught us respect was, which is different from what we tell our kids in the younger generation what respect is. It's always a redefinition, always a redefining of certain words that affect certain cultures. And in this perfume culture, niche changes from brand to brand or person to person or reviewer to reviewer. For me, niche always meant like just something that stands out, something different. Me personally, I could care less if you made suits, if you have shirts.
Sound went out again.
Can't hear you right now.
Get him, Joe. Oh man, you must hit the mute button with your elbow. Something. I can't hear nothing you saying, brother. You done turned into me tonight. We can't hear nothing you saying.
That's crazy.
You on mute or something, or is your speaker? You still can't hear you.
So wait a minute, y'all. Nope. You saying what the Halle Berry?
Emo Gems would have never let this happen. All right, well, let me add my 2 cents into the conversation.
Go ahead, man.
Kind of piggyback off kind of what you guys were saying. I know what caught me up with the Middle Easterns, when I realized I was spending more money on them than the actual good fragrances, because you see this low number, but the volume was going up so much. Like I was getting a $30 fragrance here on Tuesday. Oh, let me get this new on Friday just because it's $30. And then it started to add up. Oh, the $30 to $40. You look up, you just spent $200, $250. You're like, I could have got the fragrance I really wanted. Or and it's just at some point, I think my nose started to transition. I started to appreciate what perfumers do and these brands do. And I think that's kind of what helps set niche apart a little bit. Like when I smell an Argos, I know it's an Argos. Or like how I've been diving into Ex Nihilo, I know it's an Ex Nihilo brand. So it provides that depth and quality in the characters. Like the Middle Easterns are good. I think they're a great way to actually be samplers. Like I'm a big blind buyer, so I would use the Middle Easterns. Like if I like the clone, I'm gonna like the original more than likely. So that's a great way to sample, just from my opinion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell people blind buy, but just as you get started, like, oh, if you haven't smelled the Ventus, go smell Club Day Nuit limited edition. Like it's gonna give you at least a semblance of what the real one's gonna smell like. Like of course the quality is better and all that, but it's a great entryway to getting your nose adjusted to new fragrances in different scents.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's very valid. I mean, at the end of the day, one, there are some people that pocket watch. I don't pocket watch. Do what you do. Wear what you want to wear. We can hear you, just what you just said there. Very good. All right. But yeah, there's some people that pocket watch. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan of wear what you want, grow as you grow. There are some folks that they like having a number of clones, and that's all they want to have. There are some of us that are using, right now I'm using a lot of my clones to get an understanding of what's out there. And then I'm looking at the niche and looking at what's available. So like Oud Maracuja, got a couple of clones of that, but now is whether or not do I really want that, right? So that's I think is a really wise way to start using this, where like make sense. I sometimes will just buy everything, but at the end of the day, even now I'm noticing that I'm a little more judicious and saying, okay, let me look at this. What does this smell like? Is this something I'm even interested in? Because I'm not just going to buy a clone just because it's a clone. Is it something that I think I might want to have as far as the OG? And is it something that may, put me onto the OG, or I can figure out I don't like it. It's not something I don't want to spend money on.
For me, I would just go like a smaller sample. Like I would go 10 ml, and I would still have the OG. So
yeah. That's like I do that with like Yeoman Leo, because they have the 10 mLs of a lot of different stuff. So I'll get that, and then I can go ahead and move forward and see if that's something I really want, or if I'm further interested in it or not.
We'll get on the Yeoman Leo discussion later. Me personally, I'm with y'all though. I used to get the clones just to see if I'm gonna get the original, when I had money to blow, but now I'm decanting that. I'm using one of those decant sites, or I'm reaching out to somebody that has it, somebody I might know on Instagram, whatever. I'm getting a decant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest with you, you know, even though I still buy a few renditions at this point, I really don't go with the Middle Eastern dupes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, you know, disregard them because they're still good. A lot of people like them. They have their use. And as you said earlier, I think they're a very good way to transition people into niche or into a higher quality of perfumer. You know, I think they're great for that. But I tell you what, I have taken some of the Middle Eastern purchases out of it, and I've gone to little companies such as was it Genre Parfums, who does renditions, but they also have their own creations that are very good. I've chose to go to, what was it, Kingsgate, who has one, who has a little company. And I know a lot of people that choose Yom and Lao, you know what I'm saying, and some other ones. So, you know, I think that those are also good gateways to get into niche and whatnot. But I think the, you know, for those who are really interested in the artistry, or at least in the experiencing a little more creativity and how these lesser names but more creative, more original perfumes are made, I would definitely encourage you to go check out some niche, but get decants, because everybody nowadays is seeming to start to understand the importance of having a discovery set. You know, from the people that we work with, Get Right Fragrances, to the Elemental, to Day 3, to everybody. They've all got discovery sets. They understand that nowadays, especially for the prices that some of these people are charging for their bottles, it's important to give them a chance to see it through. Now, there are some, they got some expensive discovery sets. You know, I can't talk about negotiating price points and whatnot, but I think it's important to find a way to get your nose on something before you spend your money on these niche prices. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the discount sites or whatever.
But I think what it helps it too is though, like all niche is not super expensive too. Like it's so much stuff on the market of renditions or remixes of original DNAs that can suffice if you don't go get the highest niche quality of it. Like let's take Aventus. It's stuff that's just not a super clone, but it's different levels you can get, whether you go to Algebra, City of Jasmine, or whether you go to the Made in Thailand for 100, like whether you go to Drat Boise, like it's other options of these DNAs that's affordable to the pocket, where you don't just have to. I ain't gonna keep saying Middle Eastern. You don't have to go the cheapest route to
Right.
achieve to smell good. Like it's levels. Like whether you want a mid range or a high end, where you get to experience the quality. And honestly, I think as you grow, you will realize the fragrance is about you. I think what the cheap kind of made the market tough is that you're gonna get a lot of compliments, so you just saturate with the compliments, so you're more worried about the mass appeal than the actual wear for yourself. I think once you get into niche, you actually enjoying the colognes and the perfumes for yourself instead of for the masses. Like we all have stuff that probably people that's close to us don't enjoy, but we like fuck that. That's what we like to wear. It smells good on us. But then it'd
Yeah.
be like cheap stuff that get you 10 million compliments and you can't understand why, because it ain't got no depth or no character to it, but people just like it.
Right. No, I think that's 100. But hey, fellas, before we get lost on that sauce, you know what? We did start off with the theme. You know, Jason has, you know, he is right. But I got y'all on here, all right? Even though that's not what the thumbnail and everything says or whatnot. Let's go ahead while I got y'all on here. You know what? Let's have a little community conversation. Kev, let's do this, all right? Think of a concert that you would like to attend. One that you haven't. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. Joel, you too. All right. It could be any artist. All right. Any artist that, and if you can, give us a song or two by them and a fragrance that you will wear.
Still alive though?
I was about to say you go dead a lot because we was talking about this at work the other day. That's what's crazy.
I would say, yeah, because if you're going to a concert, they got to be alive. I mean, unless you're talking about Temptations, you know what I'm saying? who have you know, reshaped the band like 5 different times. You know what I'm saying? I think almost everybody but Otis them died out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, It could be a band, individual singer. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. All right. Think about one concert that you would love to go see right now.
Can I add something? Can I add something to that?
Huh?
Can I add something to your little scenario?
By all means.
All right, now look, put your 4 favorite performers all at a concert, in which you could pick any 4. Put them all at your dream concert, whether you want R&B, your 4 favorite performers, and which you wearing.
Here's the one thing I gotta say about that.
Or you put it.
I ain't got all. Hey, wait, crew. I ain't got all night.
You I just said 4 performers. We ain't gotta go all on. I know mine.
We'll get your 4. Kev, Joe, give me one concert and a fragrance.
Well, there's one that I already saw, so maybe I could go back, maybe. But one of my favorite when I was younger, and then because of nostalgia, maybe that's why I would still go, is Bon Jovi.
Hey, all right, Bon Jovi, all right.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 2 songs. 2 songs by Bon Jovi.
Born to Be My Baby, and Bed of Roses.
Bed of Roses. All right. Now, I'll tell you what. Since the crew wanted 4, we'll do 2. So the 2 songs.
Okay, we do 2. I like it.
Yeah, do 2. Give us two fragrances. Give us 2 fragrances.
That would match with that?
I'll tell you what, give me one more band. So we got Bon Jovi. You gave us those 2 songs. Give us one more band or one more singer. And Kev, you're thinking of it, right? You're thinking of it, right?
I'm thinking.
All right. Yeah. Joe, what's one more performer?
Richard Marx?
Okay.
If I remember right, Angelia is one of them, and Right Here Waiting is another one.
All right. Now, give me a fragrance out of your collection off the top of your head right now that you would wear to the Bon Jovi concert.
Okay, but let's see. You want me to turn the camera towards the collection at the same time, or?
Hey, however you want to do it, you got a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Camera, whoops. There's a way to switch the camera. I can't remember how to do it though. It looks like I can't really turn it. So I'm gonna look for it.
Go ahead.
And it should be like a summer, or like summer, spring, or it doesn't matter.
Summer, because it's summer right now. Let's go ahead and go with the summer concert. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't want to go in the cold and do it. You know what I'm saying?
More to me, but maybe would be that one. And the other one's gonna be too easy to put with Bed of Roses, but that's the one I'm thinking of like real fast. Okay.
All right, let's go.
So the Born to Be My Baby would be Los Pola Ibiza.
All right. Hello. Crew got a little experience with that brand. All right.
As far as I remember, coconut, floral, and a bunch of other things. Usually I got all the information in front of me, but yeah.
All right. That's a bet, man. That's a bet. That's actually a nice little banger. What are the main notes to that one?
That's the ones that I remember, like a coconut and floral. Those are the notes that pops up the most when I put it on.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. I like that one. And for the other band, for Richard, or for the other singer, Richard Marx, what would you wear for that to go see Angelique and I forget the other song. The other song I actually.
I took 2 for the Bon Jovi. That's why. Okay, so you want me to take one for?
Well, okay. You can give us a second one. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, the Bon Jovi one, the second one is one that you already know. That's my only rose anyway that I have right now. But Rose and Dragon.
I see you there. I got you. Nice.
So, as you know, it's like at the not a dirty rose, but like I said, the background is like a little bit darker, and you got the rose that has the strawberry with it, so it gives like not a candied rose, but like, well, maybe a candied rose. So yeah, it's different, but I would say for me, I feel the strawberry is a little bit feminine, but because of the darker background, it becomes more unisex.
Okay. All right. And that's interesting because the strawberry is not, it's kind of faint on my skin. What comes out more is the smoky, the dense darkness of the rose more so than the strawberry. But that's interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, the strawberry comes out more for me. Yeah. So that's weird.
Skin chemistry matters, but you know,
Yeah.
That's how a lot of the fragrances are on my skin. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you what, we're going to come back to yours. Kev, let me get your first one, and then we're going to go to crew. What is your first concert? Give me 2 songs and a fragrance.
So Jason hit on it, New Edition, but like the complete New Edition. I'm talking Johnny, I'm talking Bobby, I'm talking all 6 of them.
All right.
Then you get like 4 concerts really for the price of 1.
1 second, Kev. Rich Money Cash, don't make me put you in timeout. Don't make me put you in timeout. All right, go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
So I mean, with New Edition, you got classics, but Can You Stand the Rain and Boys to Men.
Yes, all right.
And then Sorry You're Not My Type of Girl. I mean, you could just go on and on with New Edition. All right. But for me, because the way that they are now, it would be kind of a elevated type of night, right? It's not just a full party; it's a kind of an elevated night. So for me, I'd break out one of my favorites, the Mancera's Gold Prestigium.
All right.
Got the bergamot. You got rose. You got a little oud up top. To me, this is just it. For me, feels a little more than just like a night out. It feels a little more elevated in some respects. So,
okay, I get that. Nice. All right. I was gonna go to Crew next. I'm sure he'll pop back in. All right, in a second. Daddy duties probably. But all right, Joel, second band.
Yeah. So Richard Marx.
All right.
The right here waiting. Usually I'm thinking of like sensual fragrance. So just with that, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm going to put on. Very sensual.
Let me see. Hold on. You gotta hold up that. Wait, what? Here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I can get. There we go. Vetiver Sensual. All right. And tell me why you would wear that one to Richard Marx.
Well, but the right here waiting, it's like I said, it would be that you're waiting for the person. Like, it could be from that coming back from a trip. It could be like, a bunch of different situations. But basically just like it makes me think of like a sensual thing, that you're waiting for the person.
Gotcha.
For the love for the person, yeah.
All right, that makes sense. That's a nice fragrance too. I actually had a decant before it actually wasted and whatnot, but it was good. It wasted in my pocket and it was all on my hand when I went to go reach and get some stuff out. It's actually a very sensual, I don't want to say sensual, soft vetiver fragrance. Very good. I thought about getting a bottle at one point. It's just that there's, for my taste, there's been so many others that I will put in front of it that I bought instead. But it's definitely a good vetiver fragrance, man, for real.
So, Angelia from Richard Marx again. I'm going with a sample I just got. Let's call a Mirage. What is it again? Les Nobles Essences Mirage Exotique. I don't know if you could see the writing on it.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me get you in there. All right, Mirage Exotique. Les Nobles Essence.
Yeah.
This is whatever.
So you got rose, you got passion fruit. Trying to remember. There's another fruit. Can't remember the name of it. Super beast mode. Like it's my strongest that I bought this year as a summer scent. I would say like the 11th hour from my neck, I only put 2 sprays on each side. And at the 11th hour, I could still smell it from my nose to my neck, just turning around. So it's really strong.
Okay.
Like it's not overwhelming, but the scent stays the same intensity for a long, long time.
Okay. Nice little scent bubble it creates for you.
The only problem is like after you try that, then you want to buy a bottle, right? And the thing is, usually my maximum would, with the tax and everything, and Canadian dollars too, would be around like $250. While that one, with the tax and everything, it goes to $350. So I'm like, so yeah, I might just keep that 10 ml, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But because I'm doing just 4 sprays anyways, it's going to last me even longer than my other ones that I have for a long time. So
there you go. Thank God, man. Hey, make it stretch. You know what I'm saying? Make it stretch. Like water and milk, make it stretch. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, all right. And it was called Mirage Exotique, right?
Yeah. Wait a second. This is a long title. That's why it's hard to remember. Les Nobles Essences, Mirage Exotique.
Jason in here talking about buy it, Joel. It's only money.
Or I could say without an accent too. I could say it in real French. Les Nobles Essences, Mirage Exotique. So that's the real French without like an accent, an English accent with it.
No problem. All right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And good accent, man, for real. All right. Whose phone died? So we're going to go ahead and go to Kevin real quick, man. All right. So, Kev, second band. And you know what? On this one, since Joel gave 2, give us 2 if you can.
2 bands or 2?
No. 2 songs, but 2 fragrances.
Oh, okay.
Like, let's say you got a first act fragrance and you got a second act fragrance. What you coming up with?
Gotcha. Okay. So the band, and I'm going to cheat a little just because one of the members just recently passed away, but it would be Tony Tone.
Oh my God, man. Yes. I wish I did before the guitars. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got Anniversary, you got Lay My Head on Your Pillow.
Yeah.
Even going back to Hey Little Walter.
My favorite song by them was on the Higher Learning soundtrack. Remember the one where he said, I love you, Deja?
Yes.
I forget the name. That's all I ask of you.
Yes.
Yes. Great band. One of my favorite R&B bands in the history of R&B. For me. Great bands all around, but memorable in my life. They have a lot of highlights in my life. The music reminds me of a lot of highlights in my life, especially my love life, man. Yeah.
I mean, my wife and I, we just celebrated an anniversary, so of course that song Anniversary is just playing all throughout, that weekend and everything. So for me, yeah. Now, as far as my first fragrance, just because it's one of my wife's favorite fragrances on me, Don Savage by Chris Collins.
All right, hold it up, keep it up, baby. Hold on. Don Savage. Oh, that's that new cherry one, right?
No, this is the OG one.
It's been on his channel for a while. Yeah, I saw it for a few times.
Rum no, I know it's like rum. I forget what's all in here, but yeah, there's rum. There's some cedar in this. There's a little oudiness in this as well.
I like his blends.
Yeah. So this is the one that would be, if you want to say, this would actually be second act. This would be when we're trying to shut it down.
When you're trying to take her home. I mean, it's your wife, so of course she's going home, but
either way, but this is to make the second act move into the third act and more acts after that. You got me. All right.
That's
First
what you're
act.
wearing on the trip to Waffle House, right?
So what now?
Is that what you're wearing on the trip to Waffle House or IHOP back in the day?
Back in the day, yeah. Yeah. I don't do Waffle House now.
Oh yeah,
I'm too safe for that.
yeah. Don't put me out there like that.
So
All
if
right.
I'm talking first act, something that right now is actually becoming one of my favorites that I just got in. We'll go with Nazar's King, just because
Okay.
it would start the night off really nicely. Nice bold fragrance. But yeah, so that would be my first act, and then follow up with the Don Savage. In fact, I might layer those together and see what that looks like.
That would be interesting.
That might be
And let me
something.
say this, shout out to Terrence, man. You know, recently he did a post on Instagram saying that he was shutting the doors to Nazar down soon. I think he's gonna sell everything up and finish up his lease by the end of the year. So shout out to him. You know, for those who have smelt his, just a heads up. If there's anything that you want, now's the time to make a purchase because he will literally and officially be shutting down his doors. So if there's a Nazar fragrance that you don't want to have or you don't want to not have access to, definitely go to his website or reach out to him and hey, get your bottle because soon it will be no more. All right, just wanted to put that out there, especially if you didn't know, Kev. Did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that. I'm gonna reach out to him because we just started connecting. So I will definitely figure out see what's going on because his stuff right now, what he sent me over, bangers.
Yeah.
Bangers. So
yeah,
okay.
Man. No, for sure. But yeah, all right. So yeah, so you're going with King and whatnot. And what were the main notes in there? The ones that you enjoyed the most?
King, you got pineapple, you got black currant in this. Trying to think what else. I want to say there's some rose in this as well.
Up towards the end of the dry down, I do get a floral. Some people pick it up distinctly as rose, but yeah, definitely. But yeah, that fruit medley or that fruit blend, yeah, it's definitely nice, man.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, that's a bed. So Act 1 is a King,
and then Act 2 is Don Savage.
All right, that's a bet, man. Well, you know, Kroom's not here, but I'll go ahead and talk about my fragrances. All right, now both of my fragrances for these two concerts that I had, I think it was a week ago. One was for Sir, right? I'm gonna go ahead. Sir has certain hits such as Life is Good, John Redcorn, Footsteps in the Dark. He did a rendition of that from the Isley Brothers. I mean, the guy has a lot of classics. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think he was nominated for a Grammy at one point. Didn't really win, but he is definitely a heck of an artist. Neo soul. If you have time, get your ear on him. You know what I'm saying? It's capital S, lowercase I, capital R. Great artist. All right. But anyway, to his concert, man. First of all, you know your boy had to be moisturized. So you know, as I said in the video, I had on that body butter and that oil, the magic oil from Butter Baby, the plum amber. All right. You see it. There we go. Had that working. All right. Of course, had about 5 or 6 sprays of that Ascension. All right. Now the amber, the plum, self-explanatory. Sweet, juicy amber, plum, somewhat sweet, but kind of mild the sweetness down. And the mix, Ascension has the Blue Lotus, the big, very heavenly, angelic, earthy notes, almost yoga-ish. All right. Beautiful blend on top of that. So those are working together. But then on top of that, with the plum fig, fig in the beard blended well with the fig and Ascension, the fig and the lotus, and of course plum. I mean, whether it's dark, sweet, bright, effervescent, it don't matter. Plum is plum, and plum goes together.
Yeah.
Many compliments. Well, I say many. Got a few compliments. Let me not overdo it. Right. Turn some heads. got some smiles, you know. It's definitely good, man. Good night of wearing it.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah. Second concert was Key Glock. I don't know if any of y'all know that. Down South Memphis rapper. Rolled with Young Dolph and whatnot. Probably don't. I know, Joe. I know. All right. But I know if he was free, I would have gone to a Daystar concert. But you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he's locked up for the Meg Thee Stallion thing or whatnot. But anyway, got out there, went to him. Like I said, right now for concerts, especially for the age group of people that I'm in and the style of dress and whatnot, had to stick with the Savoir Faire. And yeah, man, had to go with Indicativa. All right. Now for this concert, I put on that House Urban, that Virgo, little bergamot and amber. All right. Bright citrus, a little sweet, dense. With the Indicativa, I put it like this: kind of has a layer of greenness, hemp, but it also has citrus in there. Very good. You know, I like it because it blended in well with all the smokers, but it kept me from smelling like the smokers. So definitely a beautiful, beautiful one. Oh, but yeah, I definitely get it. So let me ask you this: when y'all do go to concerts, well, when you do, all right. And Kevin, you say you would like to, but when was the last time you went to a concert? What band was it?
Kirk Franklin concert. So the whole thing that he did with him and the Clark sisters and all of that, the whole band, the whole thing, the family reunion tour. That's what it was. That was the last one I went to.
All right. You know
it was
what?
Him. It was Ty Tribbett. So all the gospel heads.
Okay, that's great, man. I ain't gonna lie, because Kirk be putting on some performances, man.
It was a show, and you kind of forgot some of the stuff that he had, some of the stuff that Israel had, some of the stuff that Ty Tribbett had. So it was a fire concert.
Nice. And so you gotta tell me, do you remember what you wore?
Here's the thing: I wasn't really into fragrances then. This was like 2.5, 3 years ago. If I did have something, it was something I just picked up at like TJ Maxx or whatever. My whole journey as far as fragrances is like really about 2 years old, 2 years strong.
All right, that's a bit. We got the old man in the chat with the jokes, man. Talk about when they free R. Kelly. He's from Rome.
Nah, I ain't getting that close. I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. They free R. Kelly. He does a concert. I'm outside stepping in the name of love. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. That's just what it is. Hey, look, God will forgive you. Me, I'm just gonna listen to the music. All right. Jason said Kirk Franklin wilding now. Tight pants, crop tops, and boots.
Yeah.
Hey man. You know, he was listening to Kevin Samuels. He had to change the image, baby. But yeah, man. But no, okay, that's what's up, man. No, that's a hell of a concert. To be honest with you, I remember going to see Kirk Franklin back when it was just Kirk Franklin and the family. But yeah, that's what's up. Joe, what was your last concert, man?
Like you said, it's been a long time. I would say it would have been Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh wow!
Did you get to see him bite the head off of the bat?
No, it wasn't that far. But I remember when I went, his health was already declining, so he wasn't running like back and forth to the stage. So yeah, it was maybe his last year or even two years before he. Well, yeah, maybe a year before he finished.
Dang, man!
Wow,
Ozzy. I remember watching videos. Ozzy used to have some wild performances, boy. That man was over there biting bats' heads off and getting what was it, those shots, tetanus shots and whatnot after the concerts. Bro, that was crazy. But hey, now that we got him, you know what I'm saying, especially while his phone is charged or charging, Groom, give me a concert the band or whoever, give me a fragrance. Go ahead, and give us two. We're dying to hear.
Oh, you know I'm old school. You know I'm young with the old soul.
Let's give
You should know from the Sunday, the first one, the concert gonna be Miss Sade, Sweetest Taboo, Kiss of Life. You want to keep going?
Is it a crime?
Is it a crime? You want to keep going?
Hits on hits.
So we going for her for the summer. So my fragrance for that concert will be Montebaco Aruba. Add a little different, little tobacco, the tropical fruits with it. Since we outside, got the band going, great scent trail. So I think that'd be a good fit for the Sade concert. You know, a little late night hype outside, probably somewhere nice. Probably be in Dallas or California or something. You know, she probably gonna come to where cold. Outside, good vibe. They stopped at the bar already.
I like that. I like that. All right. All right. All right. All right. Give us another one, man.
Oh, I'm doubling down R&B. Second concert, Erica Badu. Next Lifetime, Window Seat. All that perform. I feel like it's gonna have an aura, something different.
She a DFW legend. You know, I think I told you. She actually went to church with me. She went
God
to
bless
First
you.
Baptist Church. We were in the choir together. I knew her before she got into all that voodooism, Baduism, and whatnot. I remember when she was just a wholesome church girl like Lauryn Hill on what was that? What was that movie? What movie
Sister Act.
called? Sister Act.
Well, I'm be in the concert having Baduism. On and on. Next Lifetime. And the fragrance I picked for that concert, I actually got it right here.
All right.
Givenchy and Flamme. Shout out to my man Terrence, recommended this to me. I
Yeah.
wanted to go with something with some spices and some depth to it since we seeing Erica. I know that aura gonna be in the air, so I wanted something. This is a sweet tobacco, grown, sexy. Definitely gonna hit. You don't see a lot of people talking about this, but man, when I tell you something grown and sexy, this is like it kind of puts you in the fit of not similar to Coromandel, but it kind of do the same thing, but it's a little darker. The spices hit a little harder and it lasts longer than Coromandel, but it's kind of in that same vein, and kind of like that
Okay.
the sweetness, but this one got tobacco.
Nice, nice. I have to ask, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's her concert. Wouldn't you wear her fragrance? You know, the fragrance that she was selling?
Nah, she ain't wearing no deodorant. I heard about Erica. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm good. And she got a church, so every dude she messed with go crazy. Motherfucker Andre 3000 was wearing throwback jerseys. He came back with a dashiki. Diamond started cutting
My
up.
man was doing concert with the football pads.
Man, that man was wearing regular clothes. And then what's the J Electronica? You still waiting on that second album. And they got you still waiting on that second album.
Hold up. She got with DOC and we ain't heard nothing from him, man. He over there, he stopped
He lost
touring.
the
You know what I'm
formula.
saying?
Lost the formula. So,
She messing up all the brothers. My God.
T the Fragrances and Flamme from Givenchy's private line.
Yeah. Hey, Rich Money said they be traceable. Yeah, that's a fact, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Man. For real. Look, ski football pads and ski
and
boots.
shorts.
running in the middle of the street talking about bombs over Baghdad, boy. I tell you what.
You gotta run away from that thing. Got you with some shoulder pads on stage.
Hey, for real. But no, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. And you know, you got one more. Give us one more because you were supposed to have three. What was the third?
Oh! Now I gotta go back hip hop to the one that he ain't with us no more. But I gotta go with my man Earl Simmons, better known as DMX.
Yeah.
Surprise you, dude. Well, that's
bring it.
Ready to meet him. Slip. I used to listen to Slipping before the game. How it's going down. Just a great performer. Have you ever seen the show at Woodstock with 100,000 people? Like, it ain't too many people can command the crowd like DMX. Got a great connection with the fans. And let me see what scent I'm aware. Oh, I need something with some bark. Ooh, what's up here? Got some bite. Oh, we're gonna keep it. This actually I sent my man James a decanter this. We will go with Cartier, Oud, and Ombre. Nice, strong amber. Got some bark to it, kind of match the Hennessy you be drinking at the concert. The amber is slightly smoky in here, but it's done really smooth. The Oud in there here is done really smooth. A lot of people don't talk about the Cartier private lines, but this is one to check out if you enjoy amber.
Nice. It is a good one, man. For real. We got to get on here and talk about it in our little scent swap Saturday or Sundays, you know what I'm saying? But definitely a beautiful one for real. Real. And it's a soft oud too. It's not really, it doesn't really stick out, not in mine, not to me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really get too much animalic from the ouds out the whole Oud Cartier line. Like, it has slight animalic touches, but I get more of a smoky depth than the animalic feel from the oud. Like a sweet, slight smoky, but it's done real well.
Yeah, I will say this, not knocking them because a lot of people, especially in the designer realm, do this. I think the oud is synthetic, but the thing about it is that it's very well blended. All right. And the thing about it is that the notes that play around it, the amber and whatnot, it takes away from it. It actually calms it down to a point where you wouldn't notice it under regular, you know what I'm saying? If you weren't a real person that just sits back and like really smells ouds and whatnot, it will be great. It's beautiful, regardless. But the thing about it is that, man, when I first smelt it, as I smelt it over and over again, it got better and better. But when I first smelt it, it kind of gave me a feel like that Versace oud. What was that? Versace oud noir. I don't know if y'all have smelt that, Joel, Kev. Have y'all smelt oud noir?
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't smelled it, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, it came out initially so harsh, so fake. I'll be honest with you, so fake at first.
Wasn't it the like a Degano kind of smell?
Yeah, but it was very screechy. It was very screechy. It was one of those where you knew, okay, this is synthetic. Now on skin, it came across a lot smoother. It was better, but on paper in the air, it was hard to tolerate. But that's how it was at first, and then eventually after wearing it, it definitely becomes more and more appealing naturally, especially since I'm an amber lover, And it was good, man. It was good. Definitely one you need to get your nose on. Cartier amber and oud. All right, okay. Definitely a banger, man.
Definitely
for sure. But fellas, hey man, look, Kev, we definitely gonna have to get you on here for an official community conversation.
Yeah.
For the show. Joel, we're gonna have you on here eventually, man. You know what I'm saying? We got you. It was just great having you pop up on the show this time, man. Always a blessing to have Sensei in here. But fellas, thank y'all for coming up, man. Thank y'all for your patience too in the chat. Especially after all the takes, all the recordings that we had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kroom. He's here, he's there, he's
everywhere.
A little bit of everywhere and nowhere all at once. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my co-host, man. And man, it's been a blessing and a heck of a time, man. Fellas, we will have you back on. Appreciate y'all for saving the stream, as Raph puts it. Yes, definitely. We appreciate that. Saving the night. The other stream was dead and in the water. Let's just drown. All right. The second stream should have never happened. It was like a bad. Yeah, it was a bad one. We're gonna leave it at that. But appreciate y'all for coming out, man, for real. Hey, if you can stay in the back chat, I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all in the back real quick. I won't be long. Just want to go ahead and wrap things up. Hopefully, Kroom will come back to the video. We're gonna see, and we can close this out. All right, but I'm gonna put y'all in the back for a second. Alrighty, and actually, as a matter of fact, do me a favor, Kev. Put your the link to your channel in the chat, please. Okay. And those of you that are watching, whether it be in the aftermath, if you're watching the replay or whatnot, go follow our guy. He has great content. Got that 4K camera working. You know what I'm saying? We're hoping to get there soon. You know what I mean? And he's got some real knowledge on all of them. Don't think that he's just a dupe or a rendition guy. He does everything, and he is definitely showing his evolution in the community. So go support him. Go follow him. Joel, hopefully you get on there eventually.
Oh, Mike.
Oh, he went out again. I went out again. I can't put it in the chat right now, but you can just smell goods. You can just smell goods. SMELLGOODZ. You can find me. I'll be there.
And what I was going to say for mine is, one day I'm going to restart it. I'm not sure when, but I got awful small videos. But one day I'll restart it and I'll do more videos and whatnot. But right now it's more my Instagram, that I post my SOTD every day.
Cool. And then to answer Rockboy T, I did get to Aura Fragrances. They're legit. Little small store in Houston, but they're legit. Jims, just give us a head nod if you want Kroom to close it out. And then that way we can kind of
with every sips. What's the saying?
Hey, we ain't got time to be lip reading the outro. With every sip or whatever cool shit Jason be saying that works for us. Get your volume back so you can get us up out of here. Jace, you got to send me the template. This guy, I want y'all to know all them internet jokes. Y'all better get some volume jokes for Jim's ass. I took a lot of slander for his StreamYard link tonight.
Or Gems, put it in the chat, and
just put it in the chat.
I guess
let Joe get us about
we have a background chat right in the back. Yeah.
Jay, can you please put the outro in here, please, good sir?
Appreciate that, Sips and Sniffs. That's my channel. I got that.
We need a teleprompter. While my great co-host is over there lip reading, we want to thank y'all for coming out tonight and rocking with us through all the mishaps and all the low lights of the night. I hope you had some good laughs, had some good scent talk, because we still kind of fucked up right now, but we love y'all. We love y'all for sure. So with that being said, once again, that cool shit Jason be saying, we holler at y'all Thursday. Type of what he said. Good night from Hidden Voice.